Do this one, though.
That's pretty cute. Accomplished comedian.
What is accomplished?
Did you write this one?
This is not against
Accomplished.
This is not against anybody.
Accomplished comedian Sinbad has announced he's filing for bankruptcy for the second time.
The second time.
Oh God, it's so retarded. Sounds like things have gone from Sinbad to sin worse. Okay.
But Canada, you know.
Canada,
but
you're
anyways, the guys from America were unbelievable, and it was you, and it was Leno, and Leno like was at the peak.
Jay
Leno. My dad would call him Jay Leno.
Leno.
Is that the one where Sinbad was on?
Oh yeah, he always wants to tell me stories, me to tell stories about Sinbad. But I love Sinbad. When I did my first comedy festival thing, that Montreal thing.
What year was that?
Fuck, I don't know.
Like 87?
Yeah, I don't know dates.
Yeah.
But it was around there. And
how long had you been doing comedy at that point?
6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was Canada, so we got a home
so that was like
court thing.
In American years, that's 4 years?
No, I'm saying because the Montreal Comedy Festival was in Canada, we had a quota to fill. You know, I would never have gotten on it if I was in the States. But so I got my 5 minutes, just wrote. That's the way I used to do comedy. I'd memorize every fucking word. And so I had it all figured out and shit, right? And so then I go there, I meet Sinbad, right? So I didn't know who Sinbad was. And he goes, and he's completely relaxed. I'm all thinking about my
some sort of one-piece outfit.
He did. His hair matched his shirt.
Yeah.
And they were both orange.
Yeah.
So then he said, he was just so relaxed, and he said, hey, let's go. I got to get some socks. So we go to this fucking store, right? When we first go into the store, there's no one there. It's a small store. So there's no one there. The lady's in the back.
Yeah.
So the lady takes a minute to come out.
Yeah.
And he's like, where's that lady? You know, there's nobody here, you know? And I'm like, yeah. And so he comes out, he gets his fucking socks. Nothing happens, right? So then that night at the gala, I do my carefully constructed material.
Yeah.
Sinbad comes out. He goes, what the fuck is going on? And he doesn't swear. He goes, what's going on with these stores with socks? I'm like, holy shit. And then he's like, you go in the store and there's no one there. And then people are agreeing with him. I'm like, what? It didn't make none of it made any sense except that he destroyed and I didn't. That's when I realized that I was missing a whole bunch of stuff, because I guess at first you think you're good and stuff like that.
No, you are good, and I think that the fact is, really, if you were to look at it in another way, that if people are able to do an impersonation of you, that means you have a defined style. Whereas, like, I guarantee you there's not a lot of people that can do Sinbad, though you did just do a pretty good one.
I was trying to do it as unracist as possible.
Does President Clinton have a bent penis? Well, according to a doctor who examined him last week, the president's genitals are, quote, completely 100% normal. It should be noted, however, that the doctor who examined him also has a bent penis. That may color his findings a little. As his last stop on the trip, the president met in Buenos Aires Thursday with Argentinian President Carlos Menem. During the meeting, Clinton asked Menem to continue with economic reform and protect democratic freedoms. Menem, in turn, asked Clinton to show him his bent penis. Tomorrow, Chinese President Jiang Zemin begins a week-long visit that could define U.S. relations with China for years to come. President Clinton plans to ask Jiang for several things, including human rights reform, trade expansion, and a Chinese herb said to have the power to straighten a bent penis. This week, an angry President Clinton demanded that Congress stop dragging its feet on something he has long championed, a medical Bill of Rights for U.S. citizens. In all, there are 10 items in the President's Bill of Rights, running from number 1, a rich, satisfying sex life is the foundation of good health. To number 10, a straight penis is not a privilege, it is a right.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
To know one thing before you go today. I know there are other questions, but you say that you there were distinguishing characteristics on the president's private parts. For America, please tell us what that is. We've got to know.
Well, it was like that.
Oh God!
It was.
It turned. Okay, that was it. Thank you. Well,
Just go to huluplus.com/norm. What? I'm trying to speed up through this. Right now, sign up for huluplus.com.
Norm MacDonald's podcast copy?
/norm.
/norm? You don't get any money
isn't,
from Norm.
This isn't supposed to be. It's supposed to be /bill. /bill. They said Norm. Well, you know what? I like Norm MacDonald. Let's give him the money for the week.
I didn't even know he had a podcast.
Oh yeah, dude, Norm MacDonald.
Hey, welcome to the show. This is a podcast, but it's on the TV also. And I'm here with my trusty sidekick, Adam Egas.
That's right. How are you, Norm?
Good. How are you, Adam?
Fine. Just
Excellent.
Fine. Yeah.
Did you see him on Conan telling that moth joke?
No.
Yeah, you got to see it.
No, I haven't.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office.
A moth goes into a podiatrist's office, all right?
You are correct.
Dude, you know how many comics out there don't give a fuck, but kind of still do? You have to kind of still do to eat. That guy
Norm
truly
doesn't. He's so fucking funny.
One of my best opening monologue jokes ever. Did you ever see? Remember that whole thing when he was doing Weekend Update and they told him to make it funnier. So he didn't. He just was more Norm the next week. So eventually, of course, he gets fired. So then he goes off into the Hollywood world. He's got a TV show or a hit movie or some shit. So now they bring him back to guest host on SNL. And I'm going to butcher this, but he kind of came out. He's like, yeah, so, people know I got fired from this show. So now they got me back hosting, which means either I got a lot funnier or this show sucks. That's what he opened up with. And I know that wasn't approved. Sorry for the bad Norm. I'll have Jay Moore on to make up for it.
That was a great Norm.
I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So, yeah, I'm funny compared to, you'll see later. Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is I'm still not funny. The good news is the show blows.
Norm, listening to Norm on Stern or anything, any podcast, listening to... I don't know if you remember when Charles Grodin would do Letterman, and just knowing he's going on there, that it was always a fucking great show.
Oh, yeah,
That's
and
what
people didn't get that he was fucking around.
Yeah. That's how
amazing.
Norm is anytime. If Norm's the guest, I'm fucking listening.
I was at a party with a friend and I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town, seductively.
For obvious reasons, we lost Norm MacDonald this week, which was just, I had no idea that he was even sick. And he's a guy that I knew a little bit. I was definitely friendly with him. If we saw each other, we said hello and we shot the shit, but it wasn't like someone that I talked to on the phone or anything. And I was such a huge fan of his, and I would just always end up running into him. And he just always had that smile on his face. Like as you talk to him, he would have that smile. Just a really great, warm guy. And I remember I was trying to think what Norm's story to tell you. This one isn't necessarily funny. It was just sort of random. I went out to go see Bill Cosby in concert right before all the bullshit happened out in Pasadena. And he played this theater out there, which interestingly enough was where they had the 25th anniversary Motown Celebration, which is the first place Michael Jackson publicly did the moonwalk. I saw Bill Cosby at that theater. And I remember they had it all set up where, like, they almost built him like a little living room. He had like an Archie Bunker type chair, a little square rug, and then like a side table where he put his water. And he just came walking out, and there was the mic. There was no mic stand. It was just sitting on the chair. And he just came out. You know how he kind of walked a little bent over? Came walking out, waved to everybody, sat down, picked up the mic, and for like almost 2 hours, just, hour and a half, just killed. Just fucking killed. Had the crowd in the palm of his hand. Masterclass of stand-up, right? So I leave with my lovely wife, and I go out front, and who's standing there is Norm MacDonald. He was like, hey, Bill, hey, how you doing? And I talked. It was like, no, what's going on? I was so psyched that he knew my name and all of that stuff, and I think I had met him before. And then we just stood there talking about comedy and how amazing it was to see Bill Cosby and how good he still was. Like I said, this was before all the bullshit happened. And my admiration for the guy, it went even higher. That, I understood why I was there, but I thought Norm was so good that he didn't need to be there. And he was still there, still trying to learn and everything. And I was thinking, like, wow, this is why this guy is so fucking amazing. And, he's just was somebody that you couldn't just watch one video of him. Like, I was saying to Verzi how, like, guys like Ric Flair, Norm MacDonald, there's a few people, if you click on their videos, it's like, say goodbye to the next 2 hours of your life, because everything that they did is so interesting and so different and so funny. And one of my favorite Norm MacDonald things that he ever did, because so many people like pretend that they don't give a fuck, both in my business and in other businesses. You got I don't give a fuck. Hey, you know me. I don't give a fuck. Those people that advertise them. Like, that guy clearly, in the best way, didn't give a fuck. He really cared about people and stuff, but like he did what he wanted to do. And when he was on SNL, how big a gig that was, because there was so few channels. The internet hadn't blown up yet. And even with basic cable and everything, I mean, it was still, if you were on Saturday Night Live and you were doing Weekend Update, it was one of the most coveted gigs a comedian could have. And you were part of this lineage of, at that point it was, Chevy Chase, Jane Curtin, right on through to Dennis Miller's reign when he did it. And, did Colin Quinn come after? I think Colin came after, but it was always just like the best of the best comics that they had doing it, and continued on with Tina Fey and all of them. And no one's walking away from that job. And if some suit at NBC tells you they don't like the jokes you're doing and be funnier, you're shaking in your, I'd be like, oh, fuck, I'm going to lose this big gig. I don't want to get fired. I don't want to piss these people off or whatever. I guess he was doing all those OJ jokes, and somebody, I forget how the story went. There was somebody there that knew OJ or something and was telling Norm to back off and move on to something else. So what does Norm do? He just doubles down and he just does even more OJ jokes, which is like, the balls that took to do that. And he ended up losing the gig. He got fired. And people loved him and he was fucking hilarious, but he didn't back down to the big fucking guy over there, and he ended up losing the gig. So, as luck would have it, I think it was Dirty Work, came out like a year and a half later or so. So he has to promote it, and he's on the press thing. So Lauren has him back and has him host the show. And I remember he went out there, and his opening joke, he just comes out. And he was just like, Yeah, something like this. Yeah, it's good to be back. I actually got fired from this show about a year and a half ago because they said I wasn't funny. And now here I am. I'm hosting the show. So that means one of two things. Either I got a lot funnier or this show sucks. And then he had that big shit-eating grin on his face, and he started laughing. And then he proceeded to do a bunch of OJ jokes.
Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So, yeah, I'm funny compared to, well, you'll see later.
And it was just like that fucking thing about him. And the whole time, I just felt the whole time when people were fucking with him or whatever and trying to take what he had, he always just still had that smile on his face, and he just still did exactly what he wanted to do. And I got so much respect for him. And I feel so fortunate that I got to see him live. So I remember, oh my God, I saw him right after 9/11. The Aspen after 9/11. Aspen Comedy Festival was this big fucking festival that was always a nightmare to get in and out of. Every year it would snow and people would get stuck in Denver, or you get snowed in, you couldn't get out. It was a fucking nightmare. And then as a comedian, you had to perform. It was like a mile higher than fucking Denver. And no one could breathe, and you're performing in front of all these super fucking rich people in front of industry, and you just go up and you would eat your fucking balls, and you're like, why did I come out here? And I remember I saw Joe Rogan do a full set that I still remember, and then I saw Norm MacDonald. It was at the same theater, and I remember Norm came out. And he was doing bits on racial profiling and all of this stuff. I'm not going to butcher the guy's bits, but I remember just watching that full set, and I was like, this guy is one of the greatest comedians I've ever seen in my life. And I thought that every time I saw him. And I don't know. It was a pleasure to know the guy, even on a little level. Just a massive, massive, massive loss to not have him around. And especially now with all of this stupid fucking cancel culture horseshit that is going on, which has way, way, way overstepped its bounds, as it always happens, no matter who's behind it. It always ends up, starting off with something that makes sense, and then that becomes the overreach, and then it just becomes like, hey, is it me, or did you literally become what the fuck you were trying to stop? And we, I don't know, as a comedian, really needed a guy like Norm out there to be eviscerating it and making fun of it and still doing what the fuck you want to do. So if there's any other young comics out there, if you want to see how it's done, watch that guy, because he was the real deal. All right? So once again, rest in peace to the great Norm MacDonald. Just truly, without a doubt, one of the greatest stand-up comedians I ever saw in my life. And just such a great guy. And it's just so sad that he won't be around anymore. But I actually got off the plane in a better mood from just watching literally the beauty of who he was and his work. When I got off the plane, I was actually like, I don't know, there's something about him. I just thought he understood life. Just a really warm guy. God damn it. It's always those guys that go. So there's your lesson. Don't be nice. You'll live forever. All right.
Thinking about the tattoo, I'm gonna get 2 big M's on my ass. So when I'm standing right up, it's gonna say Mom. When I stand upside down, it's gonna be wow. What do you think?
I'm dumbfounded.
Mom and wow.
It's just an M and an M.
I know.
Where's the O? I had to go there, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
You know the joke about B.B. King's wife?
No.
You don't?
No, I don't think so.
B.B.'s having a birthday, so she wants to surprise him. So she goes to the tattoo parlor. She says, put a B on one cheek and a B on the other. So the guy does it. She goes home. B.B. comes home. She opens the door, bends over, drops her shorts, and says, surprise! He said, who's Bob?
Oh, that's great.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. The one and only Super Dave Osborne and his joke about
Yeah, sell that to Michael Richards, man.
Well,
Wow.
that's not a racist joke.
Yeah, sure it isn't.
Who's Bob?
Yeah, you know, that's the way you want to broadcasting and stereotypes. 97.9
I tell you
FM.
what, let's do it this way.
Yeah.
Bob Hope's wife goes to a tattoo parlor.
No, but you chose an African American.
Well, the Bob Hope is dead.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And she says, put a B on one cheek and a B on the other. She comes home. Bob Hope comes home. She bends over, pulls her pants down, and he faints.
Now, Bob Hope is dead.
Yeah, I know.
Bring me the body of the great Bob Hope. If he struggles a lifetime of a rope. If he smells a bit, wash him down with soap. Jazz, bring me the body of the great Bob Hope.
Bring Me the Body of the Great Bob Hope, another song by Super Dave Osborne and Norm MacDonald. They've collaborated together on a great new CD, Music from Dead People. And this...
Another endless day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I might act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all I need.
I don't know if you got enough ink for his
cover
him
it?
and his I don't know if you got
Victoria, help me out, Victoria.
Here we go. That's glove time.
No, you need more than gloves. Come on.
We're back. That was Andy Digley. You just saw dancing with Sharna Burgess. That was your dancing partner.
Yes, she's new.
She is?
New to the. She was in the troupe. She's new to Dancing with Stars.
Yeah.
Like
well,
me.
you were the last star on that show. I don't know the rest of the people. It seems. You know what I mean? This was.
I know what you mean, but
yeah. Not
it
just
is
now.
why.
I watched you on the show every week because I had actually had a bet.
You
that
did?
Yeah, I had bet that you would win. I had bet that you would win.
True. You did?
Yeah,
you would have
because-
won a lot of money if you put money
Why, were
on
you
it.
a
'Cause
long shot?
I was the dark horse, I think it's called in Vegas.
You were?
Oh, yeah.
But I said, well, he's a physical comic. He'll definitely be able to dance, and he's in very good shape.
Yeah. The minute you put money on it, that was the second I knew Andy doesn't have a chance.
No, I didn't bet in Vegas.
This guy's never won
Now,
it.
when you're with the girl, it must be very hard not to be physically attracted to her during the training sessions. How's that go?
Well, first of all, she's the hottest one.
Yeah, she's incredibly
the hottest one in the troupe. Or
Is she
in
single?
in the company. She's not single. She
Uh,
has a boyfriend
That's
who's
never bothered you.
never stopped me. She,
Do you have to have sexual chemistry
You
to
can't
dance
help it.
together in the first place?
I wouldn't be a man with manly parts if I didn't, have feelings. I started getting feelings. I mean, very first time we were put together, she had to keep saying to me, "You feel this part of you, my pelvis, and mine, they have to be touching."
Whoa.
She had to explain it to me.
Yeah.
Her boyfriend's awesome, and her boyfriend is a famous choreographer.
Yeah.
Named Paul.
So you could, if she wouldn't fuck you, maybe he would.
Tried to get them both together. They're both great. And so, because when we first started dancing, I was holding her because our first thing was what, a foxtrot, and it was in hold and with your frame, and we have to have our knobby parts.
Yeah,
I was
foxtrot.
dancing with her like a 13-year-old at a dance. Like I didn't want to touch my penis to her.
Yeah.
It was, you're not supposed to.
Right. You're not supposed to in
You're not
regular
supposed
life.
to. Put a few drinks in me and there's lawsuits.
I just thought of a good show. Fucking with the Stars.
Now that I would win.
Who would not watch
right
that?
to the top.
I would watch the I would watch that.
You good at
every
fucking?
week.
You're probably good at fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what show I would like to go on? Eating strawberry shortcake with the stars. Drinking gravy with the stars.
Is it hard?
But you remind me of a guy that's good at fucking.
I love it.
Fucking and sucking.
It's like Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
May I say something about that?
Yes.
One of the Dancing with the Stars people is a Beverly Hills housewife.
Yeah.
How is she a star? And then Winona Ryder comes out, Winona Judd. Yeah. And she's dancing. I don't mind seeing hefty women dance.
Sure, you
But
love
I don't want to see it on television.
Where do you want to see
What I would do on that show is I would make sure that on the side they had an Indianapolis pit crew. And during her dance, she would come over and they'd change her underwear and her shoes.
Yeah.
And then she would go back out and finish the dance.
But where do you like to see hefty women dance?
In the circus. That's where I like to see hefty women. Who the hell wants to see hefty women dance?
No, I know.
No, her partner can't believe it.
Yeah, but
wait till he has to lift her up. Good luck on that one, my friend.
But I'm rooting for Andy Dick.
Yeah, I like Andy.
Yeah, you know.
Andy's he's been through a lot of hell.
Yeah. Well,
Can I say one thing now?
He had substance abuse problems.
A lot of them.
Like Adam Egret.
I have had
Is that an intro into Adam's substance abuse problem?
Yeah.
Hard to not drink. On this no, not here, because nobody drinks.
You think this probably means I'm fucking sucking some of his cock, right? But it's taking Ready Whip and spraying it in my mouth.
See, that's how.
Oh, hi. I just wanted to say that my father loved dogs, and he loved the second annual HCA Award. and that ever since he was a kid in the Ottawa Valley, he always wanted to win a second annual HCA Awards, and also to have a dog.
Thank you.
I would like to say to Eugene Levy that there's no reason to be ashamed of your son. My son only this morning punched me in the chest really hard. Are those your jokes that you wrote today?
Yep.
Okay.
Been cracking them out.
Okay. I am going to prove something right now. Read the jokes to me.
I'm on a seafood diet. I see food, and if it's a fish, I eat it.
Meta.
Yeah. So.
I hate meta.
Wait, well, we'll get a shot of the fire in a minute. Your two sons are here tonight. This is a very. This is great. I wasn't sure if they wanted to be on the show or not. Those are your two sons are here tonight. This is a real fun. I'm glad you guys finally made it up here too. This is great. Yeah, you guys got to come up here more often.
Should.
Absolutely.
Party.
Yeah, this is good. Now, Norm, yeah, are you going to bring your twins up more often?
Oh, here now? Yeah, they can come out if they want.
Yeah.
You
They'll
mean
come on the show?
do a sketch or something?
Well, no, I was just saying in the future.
Sure.
But if they
Yeah,
want
they
to
can
come
do
on
it
right
now.
now.
Yeah, sure.
Do they want to come
See
on?
if we get up and give them the links.
You guys don't have to leave, though. You guys
No,
can
no,
leave.
we'll be here.
We'll be in the audience.
Okay. They're going to do a
We
sketch.
get off the camera, and I don't know what this is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the internet right now. We're
I should hold the box.
trading seats here. Norm's twins are Dylan and
Dylan.
Dylan, yes.
Yeah. Creative with the naming.
How you doing, Dylan?
Good. How are you?
How are you?
Wait, is that going to work?
I don't know. I don't know what this is.
Handheld.
Okay, there you
There we go. There we go. You're Dylan and
Dylan.
Dylan and Dylan.
Yeah.
You're both named Dylan.
Yeah.
Both named Dylan. Okay, good.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, this is great.
Yeah.
So, both named Dylan, really?
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, that's good.
Both
And you've never been up to the show before?
No.
Yeah.
First time. We got to see Conan and this tonight.
This is a lot of fun.
Double header. Yeah.
And you guys have been to my hometown of Ottawa. You have?
I have. Yeah.
Yeah. It's because we're from Ottawa. You know, your father and I grew up maybe only 10 10 blocks away from each other in Gloucester.
Gloucester?
He grew up on Jasper, and I grew up on Monson.
Those were your streets?
If you look on your Google Earth, Jasper and Monson and Beacon Hill are not too far away from each other.
Did you have a lot of play dates?
No, because we didn't know each other when we were kids. We didn't know each other when we were kids. But then when I was about 15 years old, I started going down to the Yuck Yucks, and Dad was on coming through the Yuck Yucks all the time on stage, and I was a huge fan. And now we're here hanging out. This is a nice little connection here, right? This is, you know?
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Your sons are here. We all grew up in the same neighborhood. I mean, this is,
Where should I go?
you guys come sit. You sit right here in the middle, Dylan. You sit right in the middle, and Norm, you sit down right here. Yeah, just like this.
Well, why do I have this big giant? Okay.
Yeah. And look who we have. We have a caller here.
That's
Over
all
here.
right. I don't want. We have a caller.
We have Cody on the air as well.
Oh, Cody looks interesting.
There's a chair for you if you want there too.
Oh, you sit on that. Really?
That's pretty good.
Where'd Steve go? He doesn't want to. He gave up.
I don't have any kids here.
Cody, do you have a question for Norm and his sons?
These broken pieces I hold in my hands don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world so
What are the best things in your life right now?
The best thing is my son. And my son being happy.
Ah.
Yeah.
How old is your son?
He's, 10, 15?
You liar! He's 6. He's a 6-year-old. You just about you had sex in the last 10 years.
No, my son's 16 years old. He's 6. No, he's 16 years old.
He's 16. Yeah. So is he a confidant? Do you call him and, do you ever share personal, trials and tribulations and triumphs?
I would never do that to a child.
He's 16.
Well, I mean,
as you have said, he can't be a child forever. When are you going to put the hard realities of life on him?
Well, that's an interesting question. That is an interesting question because I actually have love for my son.
Yes.
Like deep,
of course.
Deep love.
He's your son.
And so I don't want to damage him with
the way you were damaged. With the harsh realities.
I was damaged. Oh, no, I had a great...
No,
but I don't want to damage him with any viewpoints I may have because he's not ready yet for reality. I think children aren't ready for reality for a while. But I do tell them that education is pointless and things like that.
What does his mother say?
She thinks that he should go to college and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should. And you're not everyone can grow up and be a comedian.
Yeah, I'm saying it's just arbitrary nonsense. I tell him even the classes he takes now, it's just ridiculous. That algebra has no meaning and none of this stuff.
Unless he becomes an engineer.
Well, unless he becomes.
Do you have no hope for this child?
Unless he becomes a math teacher, math professor. But I mean, you think it's a coincidence that they have 6 subjects out of 10 billion that they teach in school?
And then you pick one of the 10 billion to focus on.
No, you have to.
You need
they don't
basic
teach you
math.
10 billion.
You need basic language. It's lovely when the school has art or music, which none of them do anymore. A little PE to keep us from getting fat. I mean, come on.
Yeah. No, they have
a little science, some of the basic science stuff. Sure they do. Of course they do.
No, I tell him if he wants to go to college, he should have a goal, to be.
He can't. He's 16. No kid at 16 has a goal. Their goal is to be a rock star.
Or have sex.
Well,
right. I mean, that's actually the goal.
Does he want to have sex? Or did you tell him, don't bother with that? There's nothing for you in that. It's just repetitive. It's over and over. Same thing.
Discuss something like that with him. I hold him in too high esteem to discuss it.
We're super short on time. I've already missed my traffic thing. I'm fascinated. I don't know whether to slap you or hug you. Like, seriously, I feel like someone needs to shake you and knock some sense into you. We are going to take a short break.
Or maybe you.
What?
Maybe you.
Knock sense into me? No, I'm doing fine. I'm good over here.
Oh, me too.
No, you're not. I'm telling you. I know from broken people, Norm MacDonald.
Welcome to Norm MacDonald Live, episode number 2. And tonight we have the great Tom Green on the show. We will be asking him questions, interviewing him. I will be interviewing him along with my trusty sidekick, Adam Egret.
It's Egot.
Egot.
Yeah, no,
He's
yeah.
right.
I had a little guy on my show that I found in the
A little
Royal York.
person.
A little person.
Should explain to the folks.
And he was an alcoholic. And
Like Adam
we
Egret.
put him up. Yeah, we put him up at the Royal.
Okay, we're back with Adam Egret and Egot rather. Here, Fred.
I'm Adam.
Whatever. Well, that name's a name. Jesus Christ, you guys fucking.
You knew what he meant.
A new study shows dogs can tell when people are doling out fake praise. So I guess that's the one thing that differentiates my dog from Adam Idget. Who's Adam Idget? Oh.
Just a funny name.
Oh, just a funny name? Okay, all right.
Adam Idget is him.
Oh, I didn't know that's your last name.
His name is Adam Egget.
Egget.
So
I had no idea your last name. Adam
well, just be nice to
I
him.
forget sometimes.
Okay. I'm not saying that your trusty sidekick, Adam Egget, is dumb, but on his contract where it said sign here, he wrote Capricorn. To a letterman.
That's so dumb. What's an octoroon?
Well, I don't know. It seems to me some
eighth of a black guy? Is that what you're going to say?
Isn't it an octoroon, Andy?
It is an eighth of a black guy. Who is Andy? You were just,
who is Andy?
You just said Andy.
I was thinking of Andy Kindler, my good friend.
Because you're
I
pointing
thought he
at-
was here.
No,
It seemed
it's
almost like it was
Adam.
point. Yeah,
Adam.
that's
Well,
fine.
Andy and Adam.
No, it's
That's
fine.
great.
It sounds close. Adam
Yeah,
Sandler,
it's
Andy
close enough.
Sandberg.
You a
know
boy.
what I mean?
Adam.
Yeah.
How could I forget that? Adam.
We're
Is it?
going to have Adam Egget do a joke.
Oh, good. And it's Adam, not Andy.
No, I know. I'm trying.
You don't hear any more about...
In the camera.
Oh, sorry. You don't hear any more about Bob Costas' infected eye. Who is stonewalling this investigation? I'm thinking about a year I would work on my delivery.
You don't hear any more about Bob Costas' infected eye? Who's stonewalling this investigation?
He's a consummate amateur.
Neil Patrick Harris posed nude for the cover of Rolling Stone except for a hat hanging off his wiener. And this morning, Adam Egget. Oh, is that your name? Fucking change it. And this morning, Adam woke up and said, "Hey, where's my hat?"
Sorry, Neil Patrick Harris is a cock.
It's on his dick. Go get it.
I bet Neil Patrick Harris fucking shoved his cock deep up his asshole. Huh? Adam Egret, who is, by the way, I'll just remind you, he's over here. That's him. Yeah. It's a joke, an Adam Egret joke.
How do you say the name?
Adam Egget.
Egget. Spelt differently.
Like the bird.
That's Egret.
Do you know what Adam Egert has in common with a guitar player?
Adam Egget has in common with a guitar player. No, I don't know.
They both love fingering minors.
Now, okay. Come on now. Come on now.
At a veterans hospital in the Bronx yesterday, 4 Playboy playmates were on hand to wish the residents a happy Valentine's Day. One veteran who was there called it an afternoon of, quote, hellish, agonizing sexual frustration. And finally, first place in Weekend Update's most romantic Valentine contest goes to David Delafera of Kearney, New Jersey. And coming in last place for the 3rd year in a row, O.J. Simpson.
Hey everybody, my mother and I are here to tell you some Valentine's Day jokes.
Where did all the hamburgers take their girls on Valentine's Day? A meatball. How does a fawn propose to his girlfriend on Valentine's Day? He gave her a ring.
40 years ago, on Valentine's Day, I met a girl on a train. She had dark hair. It smelled of lavender.
What did the girl cat say to the boy cat on Valentine's Day? You are perfect for me. If you were a triangle, I bet you'd be a cute one.
She was rich, and I was poor. Her family had a cabin of their own, and she took me to it. I remember laying on her cot and washing her feet.
What is the difference between the girl who is sick of her boyfriend and the sailor that falls into the ocean? One's bored over a man, and the other is a man overboard.
Ultimately, her father didn't approve, and in the middle of the night, I was escorted away by his private security. But every year I go to that train station and I look for that girl. I've never found her.
Knock, knock.
She had a small dove tattooed to the inside of her wrist.
You're supposed to say, who's there?
Who's there?
Olive.
Olive who?
I love you.
You kissed your math teacher in Canada?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was like 7.
On the lips?
Yeah, on the lips. This is what happened. Nobody wanted to be my Valentine.
Oh, no.
We had an odd number of people in our class.
So you went up to her?
So I got molested.
Dream date with Norm. Who wants a dream date with Norm? Why sit home alone? Just pick up the phone. For your dream date with Norm.
Warning, when Norm comes to your house, he will look nothing like this. Do not operate Norm while intoxicated. The producers are not responsible for Norm's behavior.
Now, as an old-timey broadcaster, do you have other old-timey broadcaster friends?
Well, they're dead. And then Mike Wallace was a great friend. I love Mike. He did me on 60 Minutes, and it was really great. They were very laudatory. And he said to me, "We were so good to you, I'm going to kill the next 3 guys we do." Mike was a grand guy. I said, he had dementia at the end. That's funny to you, huh? You know, McDonald, I want to tell you.
No, it's a very odd thing to say.
If you're looking to broaden your horizons, I don't think it's wise to laugh at someone who had dementia.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing that you said.
He was
you
the best.
Just said
I loved him.
Mike Wallace was a great guy. He had dementia at the end.
He was sad that he had.
You didn't
Why
say
is
it
that
was sad.
funny?
You said it as if that's what made him a great guy, was his raging dementia.
You're not hearing things well.
No. So how
You're not
did
hearing
you,
things
so
well.
how did you?
I made a face like it was sad, not that he was great because of dementia.
No, but how did you know he had dementia?
Well, yeah, okay. I'll tell you how I knew. I went to his apartment in New York. He took my hand and he said, "You came to see me. You came to see, I can't believe that you came to see me." And then 10 minutes later, "You came to see me." And the amazing thing is, Carl Reiner said to me,
Did he hold your hand too?
Yeah, he goes like this. "The only problem I have is short-term memory loss. The only problem I have is short-term memory."
It must be
There was a joke about a guy because it was such a good story. There's a guy who had surgery, and I can't remember the joke.
I can't either. And I did it last night.
I remember the punchline.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What was the punchline?
The
Maybe we can
punchline is
reverse engineer this
and
thing.
Monday morning, that man walked out of the hospital.
And
Thursday, he reached the parking lot. So I can't remember back up.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a punchline regardless.
Yeah, it almost works by itself. We got jokes written on cards. Do you want to read them? How's your reading?
I read well.
You read well? Well, read this
Why have you got that?
Huh? Just to,
just to fill in.
Whenever
right?
whenever we have great comedians
What
on
the
the
hell
show.
is that joke now? I can't remember the...
Say the punchline again.
On Thursday, he reached the park.
But Monday, he left
And Monday morning...
He left the building.
Monday morning...
He was allowed out of the hospital.
He walked out of the... no. What the hell? Was that funny not to remember the joke?
Yeah.
And
Thank God that guy that stole it from you remembers it.
Gee whiz.
Or it'd be lost to history.
I can't remember the setup.
Well, here,
That's funny when the punch and you forget the setup.
Yeah, that should be.
Monday morning. He was...
Thought you had a stroke for a second.
He was in the hospital, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember things from 10 years ago like that.
Yeah.
Don't you could remember things from childhood?
Yes.
I remember the street, walking down the street, remember my friends. You have terrible?
Yeah, terrible.
I had a good memory.
He can remember like when he was a kid, but he can't remember murdering that prostitute last night.
You can go to jail for that. It's a whole new law.
I've been told.
How old was she?
I don't remember.
If you don't remember, you're not going to convict you.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I have opinions. I mean, I have opinions that everybody holds, you know. I like, I don't know. Yellow's the best color, you know, but I don't know if you call that an opinion. You know, it's just a, oh, hold on, it's my phone. There's a guy will come on TV, go, hey, listen, let me ask you a question. Do you like yellow? And I go, yeah, of course I like yellow. And he goes, yeah, well, so is this guy. And they show guys waving, pointing at someone that doesn't exist, wearing a yellow shirt, you know? And then I go, Ruth, get out here, goddamn. Here's a guy on the TV that's speaking for me finally, Ruth. You know, I'm always talking about how cool yellow is. Well, this mother finally, a person that's speaking not at me, but for me. I like bananas. I go, God damn, I never looked at it that way. I like bananas too. You go, they're yellow. I go, God damn, you're right, they are yellow. Ha! What say you and me go buy a yellow banana?
I was at a party with a friend and I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood.
No, I don't do him from his radio show. I just do him from the, because he has his article in USA Today.
His column.
You ever read his
Yeah.
column?
Yeah.
And all it is he just, anything he thinks of, he writes it down.
Sure, his thoughts.
Yeah.
King's thoughts.
Yeah, and they're just like completely random. Like he'll go like, blue is a great color, but for my money, yellow is the best. It's like crazy.
That's all, Larry. It's supposed to make you think.
Yeah, it makes you think. Because I don't care what.
Tell me some of the Asian things that, like, you know.
Look at what you call a guy.
Small penises?
No, like
names.
Names, yeah.
Oh, well, yellow, yeah.
Yellow?
Yeah.
Who says that?
Who says
Yellow?
yellow?
You're a coward.
Hey, yellow.
No, that's yellow.
You're yeller.
Yeah.
I've never heard of yellow.
No, never.
That's our skin color, but.
Yeah, yellow man.
That's just what
Yellow,
you
no, yellow
said.
man, that's what you say.
God,
You made that up.
Oh, no,
Hey, yellow man, get out of my bar. I've never heard that. Do you know all the racial things against Asians? Yeah, can you
NORM MACDONALD Live premiered over 2 years ago. One thing has remained consistent throughout. Jokes. So we're going to do some jokes with, this is a rather troublesome thing I've got to address. This was in Adam Eagle's dressing room. If you can read it, it says, ISIS hunting permit.
It's not mine. I don't know. It's not mine.
Whether or not it's yours, you were defending it earlier when we talked about it just now. I said, what does this mean even? ISIS hunting permit. Everyone would want to kill ISIS. And then you said, no, I wouldn't want to kill ISIS.
I don't. No, I think you're.
What did you say just now?
No, I'm saying that. First of all, it doesn't make sense.
When I said ISIS hunting permit, I said, wait, does that mean ISIS hunting permit? Does that mean that this is supposed to be taken as some sort of redneck thing?
Yeah, it seems like it would be on like
Why
a
would this be
redneck-
a redneck thing?
Well, it just seems typical of something you'd see on the back of a pickup
Right,
truck.
but I said
I
after
don't-
that, I said, but no, everyone would want to kill ISIS. And then what did you say?
I think that it's just, the thing is that somebody would use that as permission to kill Muslims, just because they couldn't differentiate between who is ISIS and
Why
who
would
is,
they not say Muslim hunting permit?
well, because they sort of look at all Muslims as being ISIS, you know? That's the problem when people want to deport all the Muslims from America. They think that they're all part of ISIS, when in truth they're not. They're not at all.
Okay. Yes.
You know, it's like saying somebody like Timothy McVeigh is all Christians.
Yeah, I've read some figures about
very
80% of a lot of these
well,
nations don't agree with it. They're against ISIS.
Well spoken.
The point, I don't know where you found it. It's not from my dressing room. I don't have a dressing room.
Well, who
It's not
cares
from
about
my
a dressing
car.
room? We're talking about it. Did you hear what?
Yes, I agree with everything Margaret just said. 1,000%.
Yes, I mean, I don't disagree. I think ISIS is terrible.
Absolutely.
And everybody here listed, Boko Haram in particular, I have a lot of rage towards. However, somebody would take this in the wrong way. I mean, somebody would look at this and think of it as permission to kill all Muslims, which is sort of a sentiment that's going around in conservative circles, which is not the right way to look at Muslim America.
Yeah, it's like after 9/11, people were shooting Sikhs, people from India who had nothing to
do.
Yeah,
and it's just this unawareness of
it's ignorance.
People who are different from them, not even different in.
Well, I
America.
can't say my friend's name, but he said his biggest fear is that ISIS or some terrorist group like that would get a hold of a dirty bomb and explode it over a major city within the United States and kill tens of millions of people. Because then the blowback against innocent Muslims would be absolutely terrible.
Yeah, that's right.
That's true.
All right, let's do some jokes.
That went well.
These broken pieces I hold in my hands don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world so unsteady.
Josh.
Now, this is a great joke. This is, I think, just a classic joke. This may have been written by, who's this new boy that I've taken quite an unhealthy interest with?
Black.
Huh?
Scott Black.
Scott Black. Black.
Well, you gained weight.
Gained a lot of weight, so did you. I gained 45 pounds.
I was going to say something, actually.
Why?
Well, I thought you'd been gaining some weight.
Yeah, I gained 45 pounds.
You okay? Yeah, what's going on?
I'm doing it for a movie.
For what role? What's the role?
What are you playing, Jackie Gleason? What do you mean? It's not a particular movie. I just think they always need a fat guy in a movie. You're doing hard.
You're paying it forward, yeah.
Hey, listen, have you noticed my enormous weight gain? I've gained 45 pounds. You know why I started to gain the weight, I told you.
I don't remember.
I'm up 45 pounds, and it was for a role in a movie.
That's right, it was.
Anyways, whatever.
What was the role for again?
It wasn't a particular role, but I figured they always need a big fat guy in a movie. Turns out they don't. They have plenty of fat guys that are much more experienced at acting and at being a fat guy than I am.
I thought we were going to be doing a bit where you're like a
Jerry Lewis?
Jiminy Glick character.
Yeah, no, I'm fat.
What happened?
Fried chicken and gravy. Let me tell you something. I thought it was funny.
Your heart could...
I thought gaining a lot of weight would be funny.
No.
And also,
No,
well, it started
it's
out
not
I was doing
funny.
it for a role, Andy.
Right.
I'm serious.
No.
I'm serious. I was doing
What
it for
role?
a role. Well, there wasn't a specific role, but people are always looking for a fat guy. I'm telling you, my manager, my landlord rather, he managed to get rid of 230 pounds of ugly fat. He evicted me.
What?
Here, read
oh,
this.
I thought you.
No, read this.
I want to read that one again.
Here, read that.
Sure, we all know about Norm's astonishing weight gain, but I think it's become a bit wearisome. So let's agree to stop having fun at his expense.
Say what you want about how huge and fat my head has gotten, but who'll forget it.
Try iron.
You know, my clothes, Larry, make me look slimmer, but they did not fool that flight of stairs that collapsed under my astonishing new girth. Papa, what do you call that? Papa John's?
Oh, okay.
A Papa John's delivery man has been arrested for allegedly selling more than $40,000 in cocaine hidden in pizza boxes.
Jesus.
To undercover police officers. This raises an important question. Where is all that pizza that was supposed to go in those boxes? Can I have them to eat? I'm a big fat guy. Well, I'm fat. I'm so fat when I get my shoe shined, I have to take the boot black's word for it.
You haven't seen your penis in 3 weeks. I'm keeping it clean.
Jesus Christ.
Well, is that what fat people say?
My penis? This is where most of my weight goes. Straight to whatever the fuck this is. I'm going to find a really good joke. You guys talk, and I'll find a good joke to
So,
end.
Adam,
Yeah.
is it hard to not drink?
You know you've gained too much weight, by the way, when your chair guy refuses to work with you anymore. But go ahead. When you had your heart attack,
Yeah.
you weighed 195. Now you probably weigh about 175.
161.
161. And what are you, 5'10"?
5'10 and a half.
161. So you're probably no body fat.
Oh, I have a little bit in the rim here.
Yeah, I got more than that.
My legs, my
goddamn
arms
jowls.
are thin. My arms are thin. I used to have jowls. I don't have jowls.
I have more chins than
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I say I'll be 50 in October. I'm going to lose it though.
Yeah, it's the heaviest I've ever seen.
And since I've gained it, I sweat like a
Yeah, you sweat
like a whore in church. I don't mean to be
What?
I don't mean to be filthy, but
A whore in church.
yeah, she's nervous, so she sweats
You're
because
sweating like a Chris Dorner in a Big Bear cabin.
Okay, come on.
Well, I'm just
That's racist.
A little bit of
My
a
only chance of
drinking
losing
belly.
15 pounds is if I went to a British casino. Here's the problem with taking pictures.
Yeah.
Photographers are largely flamboyantly gay.
Right.
And so then when they take, a good look for them is a flamboyantly gay look.
Right.
So when they take your picture, you know, they want you to look flamboyantly gay, and then you're like, can I look a little less flamboyantly gay? And they're like, no, this is good. I'm like, I'm wearing a dress.
Well, again, it's tonight and tomorrow night. The Comedy Works in Larimer Square. Thanks so much for toughing
Thanks,
it out
man.
without coffee. It's great
this
to
is
meet
fun.
you.
Thanks
Thank
a
you, Norm.
lot.
All right, on over.
Excellent suit.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
just
like that one.
brand new. Oh my. Let's get back over to Angie and Chris, please.
Wait a minute. Norm, what is wrong, Norm, with flamboyantly gay?
Yeah.
I ask you.
I ask you, Norm.
Hit a little close to home this morning, didn't it?
Did you see this outfit? Did you see this thing?
This is what you should have worn for the headshot, Norm. Come on. Panache.
It is cool.
Huh? Come on.
You wore that between what he's wearing now and ending up in the dress. That was halfway.
It is cool.
Norm could have worn this.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Johnny Weir called. He wants his outfit back.
Oh, hey now. He's talking to you, too, not me.
I don't know who he's talking
I don't know.
to.
Maybe he's talking to me. Because Johnny Weir would look fabulous in
He
this.
look good in either one of these outfits.
Yes, he-
Did you meet him backstage?
No, I haven't. I met Randy Travis, and I'm a huge country music fan, and George Jones is my favorite, so this is a big night for me.
Do you like the new country or you like the old
No,
country?
the new is gay.
this?
Well, I'm not gay, so I don't know much about Broadway musicals. And I've been told I can't ask you a question, so I don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
It's more than we really wanted to know.
And you know, you kind of surprised me because you did MTV Beach House recently, and you know, there's a certain kind of person you expect to show up on the MTV Beach House, and I hear, we'll be right back with MTV Beach House, our special guest, Norm MacDonald. I thought, what the hell are you doing?
It's this...
What was that?
It's this show on MTV, right?
I know.
And it's at a beach.
It's at a beach.
And they don't script anything. Like, you know, they do, like, for... Anyway, so the dude, the host, was like, hey, Norm, do you mind wearing a pair of trunks, you know, bathing trunks? And I go, no, I don't want to wear that, you know, because I'm like, my body's like all weird looking and everything. And everybody else is super hot ladies and super hot men, you know, I don't, you know, whatever.
Whatever you... Wow, got an issue about that. All right, go ahead.
So I'm on the show, right? So they're saying, hey, come on, seriously, put on the trunks. I'm like, no, man, I don't want to. So then they think this will be funny. They go, hey, we're going to show you a fashion show. Some dudes will come out, you know, and show you, you see what you think. I go, what? So all of a sudden, these three dudes come out, right, dancing around in their thongs and shorts and everything.
They're wearing thongs or shorts? Which one?
Bathing trunks, but some of them are like thongs where you can see their dirty arses. So... So I'm like watching it, you know, and I'm like, oh,
like
man.
Chaucer. Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm like, oh, I guess it is.
Okay, go
Old
ahead.
English. So I said, you know, oh, yeah, no, I'm pretending to go, oh, yeah, that's funny, right? And
you do a lot of that at MTV, yeah.
So then the guy, the host, he goes to this one guy who was very, very, very gay. He goes,
what? How do you know that?
No, I mean,
you had a sign?
Yeah, he looked very, very gay. He says to this dude, he says, hey, I'll give you $20 if you lap dance on Norm. You know what I mean?
Right.
All of a sudden, this dude like, hey, $20. I guess he didn't have much money. Starts running towards me, right? So I look up. Here's this nude, almost nude dude running towards me, right? So I think in my head, okay, man, pretty soon the guy's going to be writhing around on my lap with his ass, you know? And I don't want that on TV, you know, forever.
No, it's okay to talk about it, but you don't want to see it.
Right. They videotape that, and it's there forever. So, meanwhile, what can I do? You know, you can't hit a guy because it looks bad. You know what I mean? You know? Even though, of course, a woman could hit a naked guy running at him.
Sure, that's okay.
But a man can't hit him. Yeah. So I have to think fast. It's only a second. So I bolt. I take off, right?
You started running, too?
Yeah, running down the beach.
The guy catch you or no?
Yeah, and then I had to come back on. They're like, oh, Mr. Homophobic. I won't let a guy grind his ass into you.
You live here, of course, in the city because you're doing the show.
I live in New York City.
Yeah. This isn't a police interrogation. Are you sure? Where about? Where in the city do you live, approximately, not specifically?
I live at 56 between 8th and Broadway.
Okay, and what's your phone number? Just give me 7 digits. All right. What? Your neighbors nice people? The people that live around you?
Great people. Every day I meet somebody new. You know, this city's great because of the neighborly people. You know. I don't know. But I did meet one neighbor. Interesting story. You know, that this guy. He just moved in, you know, next door to me. So I'm always one to meet the neighbors.
You like to chat with the neighbors,
yeah, because, you know, so I went over to the guy, I knocked on the door next door to where I live, and I say to the guy, I said, hey, I'm your new neighbor, you know, and I said, good to see you, you know, nice to run into you, you know, welcome to the neighborhood, you know. And so the guy, I said, what do you do for a living there, sir? You know, if you don't mind me asking. You know, what do you do for a living? I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, he says, I work down at the University of Science there. He says, that's
a good school, by the way.
I can't remember the exact place.
Sure.
But he says, I'm a professor of logic.
Oh.
So I says to the guy, he says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that. He says, oh, well, he says it's a kind of a pattern of syllogistic. Well, he says it's hard to explain. He says, why don't I give you an example? So I said, fair enough. Why don't you do that? So the guy says, well, he says, let me ask you a question. He says, do you own a doghouse? So I go, yes, I do. He says, well, then that means you probably have a dog. I said, yes. He says, well, that means you're likely to have a family if you have a dog. I said, yes, I do. He said, well, then that means you got kids, you're married. I said, yes, I am. He says, well, then you're a heterosexual man. I said, yes, sir, I am. He says, well, you see, that's logic there. I asked if simply from finding out you had a doghouse, I made this series of inferences, and I found that you're a heterosexual man simply from the fact that you had a doghouse. Well, I said, good God, isn't that something?
Okay.
So I said, well, I won't waste any more of your time there, neighbor. And I said, I'll see you later.
See you around. Okay.
So I said, come by one day and have a chicken with me. So anyways, I left. So I go to get a bus, you know, to the bus stop. And I walk down to the bus stop, and I'm still thinking about this thing that happened to me, you know. And I'm standing at the bus, and no bus coming at all, you know, and 5 or 6 of us standing around, and one guy lights up a cigarette there, and he goes, as soon as you light up a cigarette, the bus comes. And he smokes the whole damn cigarette, no bus comes.
Right.
So I said to the guy, well, that theory really worked, huh? And the guy goes, well, sometimes it works. Anyways, the guy goes, what's new with you? I go, well, I had an interesting thing happen to me today. I said, I met my neighbor. And he goes, oh, yeah? I go, he had a hell of an interesting job. I said, he's a professor of logic down at the University of
Science.
And so the guy says, is that so? He says, professor of logic. He goes, what the hell is that, logic? I said, well, it's a series of something or other.
Right.
I said, I can't remember exactly, but I said, I'll give you an example if you want to hear an example. So the guy goes, all right, fair enough. So I said, let me ask you this. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you own a doghouse? And the guy goes, no, I don't own a doghouse. So the guy says, oh, yeah, you're one of them gays.
And it worked, right? What great stuff you can learn at that
nice.
University of Science there.
And then the guy, get this. Get this.
There's more.
This gay guy invites me to have a chicken at his place.
That's some kind of euphemism. Watch out.
So this one was a doozy. And as Josh LaCash points out, he does it exactly like a Norm MacDonald joke. 2-1. I saw Ian Miles Chong tweets out, he goes, he's not coming back from this, is he?
The thing about the red hat that drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
You know the Norm MacDonald joke, too, I think that harkens back to? He's there with Russell Brand, and he said, I got a story. It's about I was with a hooker, you know, as a stripper or whatever. And I go back to her place, and she says, I have a boyfriend. I said, all right, well, let's not stay there. We'll go to a different place. Because her boyfriend is, well, I'm not going to say what color he was, but it's a terrifying color.
And she says, let's go have sex.
Lovely. Best possible outcome.
Yeah. So I say, fine and dandy. Now, I'm living with a girl, though. So I say, well, I can't do that.
There.
So what about you? Oh, she's living with a guy.
Oh.
And it doesn't matter what color he is, but...
No, it doesn't.
No. But it was a frightening color.
Really?
He was an Indian.
Well, they're very peaceful folk. I mean, prejudicially.
Yeah, if they're not holding a tomahawk. So... Now, people always wonder if God is a man or a woman or black or white or yellow, but I'm here to tell you that none of this silly stuff matters. He's a white guy, by the
way. Life's too short to exercise. I'm just going to be honest. There are so many better things to do than exercise. We have finite time on this earth. The exercise is such a conspiracy. They go, let's say you spend an hour on a treadmill every day.
So you're working out now and stuff, right?
Yeah, how about you?
I worked out a couple times. I liked it when I was young. I didn't have, you didn't have to work out. You were just in good shape.
Yeah.
And I was in my best shape back then. I think I was in my, seriously, when I was like, when I was 1. That's when I
reached your peak when you were 1.
My God, I look great. You wouldn't know me now. You see me back then. I was young and fresh.
Can imagine. I can imagine.
Even for my age, people would come up to me and go, what, are you 0? But I go to this doctor, and he gives me, they always give me these crazy things. And so he said, I want to, test out your body fat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, I'm a really skinny guy.
Yeah.
My whole life I've been skinny. I've been self-conscious about it, conscious.
Right.
And I always had problems with those words. I always thought conscience.
I know.
Conscious.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. This is not an elevator with Shriners, so just relax.
So the guy, I said, I don't need no body fat thing, man. I'm a really skinny guy. So he puts these calipers on me, and he tests me out. Comes back, turns out I'm fat as well as skinny.
Seems unlikely, doesn't it?
He explained it to me. I'm skinny, but also fat. I'm bones and then fat around the bones. I have a horrible body. So the guy tells me, you got to get to one of them gyms.
Oh, start working out a little bit. Yeah.
So I go to the gym, and holy Lord, have you ever been to one of these?
No, I don't know.
They're crazy. Yeah. You got to they got the weights, Yeah. That's the big thing.
The big
weights.
Weight machines, sure.
So you got to lift the weight. It's really heavy, and then you got to put it down. Then afterwards, lift it again right away. And it's endless. It's hundreds of lifting. And then afterwards, you're just sore and you're not big at all. And I don't want to be big. I have no use for being big. Yeah. I'm just a guy. I watch some TV. I eat a fish sandwich. I don't got to be big. I don't need abs. What am I going to do with abs? I could show them to my friends. I go, hey, look on my belly. What I got here? Some abs. What are you looking at?
Well, nothing. I'm just, but maybe if you worked out a little bit, perhaps Shriners would leave you alone. That wouldn't be a problem at all.
New songs on the radio sounding fake. Prince and Genesis were better anyway.
I don't work out. I'm a weak man. You know that, Dennis.
Well, listen, you and I were on the Mount Olympus of weakness.
And not just physically.
Oh, no, in every way.
In every single way. So I told the guy that, and he said he couldn't do anything except for the physical part. But I don't know if he was the best trainer anyway. He was smoking a butt the whole time.
No, that's not good.
That's just a joke. He was a big guy. And but I told him, I said, look, I don't want... be big like you. I don't want veins. I have no use for that in my arms, or abs. I don't want abs. I don't even know quite what they are. All I know is they were invented around the 80s. And I don't even know what you do when you get them, you know what I mean? Because you got to wear a shirt, You just go to work and go, hey, you want to see these things on my belly? Everybody's like, no. But so I told the guy, I said, I'm here for one reason only. I want to have one hot ass.
We haven't heard from Nick Swartzen.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nick.
what about Nick?
Nick, what you got? How are you enjoying the tour?
My favorite, going back to that text thread, and it was the last show at Mohegan Sun, and we were exhausted, and so we all slept in. And I woke up at 11 a.m., and Norm had texted everybody at 8 a.m. He goes, "It was." And he go, "Hey, anybody want to get breakfast?" And we were all asleep. We were tired. And we all woke up at like 11, then I text everybody. I'm like, "Hey, does anybody want to get breakfast?" People were like, "Yeah, let's go eat." And then Norm got mad at me for like 2 days. He was like, "I had the idea for breakfast." He goes, "You took my idea for breakfast. I thought of that 6 a.m. I thought of that first."
That's my idea.
Breakfast is from my act.
These showbiz folks get up. These showbiz folks get up late.
Yeah, all right.
I get up early. I get up so early, I wake up the rooster.
Okay.
I'll tell you, I have so many Norm stories, but this is one of my favorites. And I was on tour, me, Sandler, Spade, Rob Schneider, and Norm was kind of like the wild card. He would pop in for certain dates. So we're, I believe Mohegan Sun in Connecticut, and we're backstage. Everyone's in Sandler's green room talking, shooting the shit. And me and Norm are in the hallway hanging out. And I don't know why I did this. This long hallway, and this guy walks in. Way down the hallway, walks in the door. And I'm like looking, and we're always kind of suspicious about people that come backstage. And I go, "I think that guy's a gun." And Norm goes, "What?" And I go, I think that guy's a fucking gun, dude." And he's like, "Oh my God." And he runs into Sandler's room and he goes, "There's a gun. There's a man with a gun." And I was like, No, there's not. I was, no, I'm joking. There's not. And he goes, No, next to there's a guy with a gun. And Sandler goes, "What the fuck? There's a guy with a fucking gun?" And Spade's like, "Oh no, what the fuck? What's good?" And I'm like, "No, there's no gun. There's no gun. I was making like a joke just for Norm." And Norm's like, "What? How's that a joke?" And I'm like, I don't know." And Sandler was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I don't know, man." Spade's like, "Yeah, real cool, man." And I'm like, "I'm just gonna go to my room." And Norm's like, "Yeah, I thought there was a gun. I'm sorry, Nick said it." And I'm like, "Good Lord."
Real buzzkill.
And the guy walked past, it was a security guard. But yeah.
So he really did have a gun.
He didn't have a gun, but he just looked like somebody that would have a gun.
Do you remember the time you called me up one day? You go, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm watching baseball." And you're like, "Can you pick me up?" And I was like,
I don't drive.
I go, "I'm already at the bar. I already had a couple of drinks. I want to drink and drive." I'm like, "It's not far from you." I'm like, "You want to just take a cab?" And you're like, Yeah, all right, I'll meet you in a couple minutes. So I'm like, okay. So I wait, I watch a full game. I watch another full game. I watch half of another game. It's 8 o'clock at night. And I'm like fucking hammered. I leave the bar. Norm's walking into the bar. It was noon when he called me. It was 8:30 at night. And he goes,
I know.
Where are you going? And I'm like, I'm fucking hammered. I'm going home. He's like, I just got here. And I'm like, I know, you're 8 hours late. Like, well, have a fucking beer, right? Being weird. I'm like, I'm not. I want to go. I can't walk or see.
It takes me a long time to get stuff.
We hate the most.
Remember the last time that you had seen him?
I hadn't seen him for a while, but the last time I saw him was at a bar by our place, and he would watch. He was a big gambler, but the last time I talked to him, when I was quarantined in Minnesota, he would I'd text him and I go, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And he goes, "What? Who's this?" And he would do this all the time. I go, "It's fucking Nick, dude." And he goes, "Nicky. What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Nothing, I'm quarantined." And he goes, "You didn't stand up?" And I'm like, "No, the fuck? No one's doing stand up." And he goes, "What's your plan?" And I go, "I don't know, I'm gonna kick it here, and then I think I'm gonna go to Key West." And I go, "I might just retire though and just move to Reno and just get like a residency, and then I'll just live in Reno and just work there, just be like an old comic."
Yeah.
And he goes, sort of God, he goes, that's a good idea. And I go, "Yeah, I don't know, whatever." He goes, nah, maybe I'll join you. We'll both headline Reno. And I go, dude, Reno's fucking a mess. I go, no, I don't want to do it. So I go to Key West. A month later, he calls me. He goes, hey, what are you doing? And I go, I don't know. I'm in Key West. What's up with you? And he goes, when are you going to Reno? And I go, dude, that was a joke. I'm not moving to fucking Reno and retiring as like a comic. And he goes, fuck. I thought it was a good idea. And I'm like, no. And so that's the last time I talked to him. And then his closest friend, Lori Jo, I hit her up after Norman passed, and I was like, hey, are you doing okay? And she goes, one of the last things before Norm died, one of the last things he talked about was moving to Reno with you.
No.
Yeah, and I go, are you serious? She goes, yeah, he was like, he really wanted to do that. And I was like, oh, and then that made me cry again. And yeah, it was just... That was Norm. It was awful.
Damn.
Tell us about it. It's the rules. It's how to capture a man's heart, and it's for women. And it says all these rules that you have to follow, and you will capture a man's heart. And the rule number 1: have huge breasts. Yeah, that guy likes it. Yeah, because apparently men love women with huge breasts. They do. They like that. Newlyweds Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson had their first argument this week. He wants kids, while she wants fake kids. Pop singer Madonna was outraged this week when a tabloid photographer snapped her picture while she was breastfeeding her new baby. Apparently, the baby was blocking her nipple. Connecticut legislatures are about to pass a law that would make it illegal to prohibit breastfeeding in public. Then, hopefully, these legislatures will also change the fascist law that the person being breastfed in public has to be a baby. Michael Jackson has reportedly stepped right into his new role as a dad, spending many hours a day with his newborn son, doing the changing, the burping, even the breastfeeding. So, it's nice when a fella does that. Asked recently what will set his new Batman film apart from its predecessors, Batman and Robin director Joel Schumacher said, quote, in this one, all the costumes will have nipples. Note to self, do not watch the next Batman and Robin. Well, Premiere Magazine's list of the 100 most powerful people in Hollywood hit the newsstands this month. In an odd bit of ranking, Demi Moore was ranked number 28, while her breasts were ranked 20 and 21. So, in an interview out this week, Demi Moore says she would like to have another baby, this time a boy, to go along with her 3 daughters and 2 huge breasts. Demi Moore is wrapped filming on G.I. Jane, in which she plays a Navy SEAL combat officer. Moore says that in contrast to other Hollywood portrayals of women in the military, her character will have giant breasts. Actor Bruce Willis is filming his next movie, The Broadway Brawler, in Wilmington, Delaware. Meanwhile, his wife, Demi Moore, is taking a break from movie work, saying she wants to spend more time with her huge breasts.
I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go of everything
I think it's attractive.
I like Anna Nicole Smith.
Oh, come on.
You're full. You don't like her?
Come on.
You don't like Anna Nicole Smith?
Come on, she's gotten heavy. He's putting me on.
No, I'm not. I saw a picture of her recently where she was really, really fat, where she didn't look good.
Right, but you're talking about years ago when she was thin. Oh, okay.
Not that long ago. Yeah, a couple of years ago.
So you like big breasts?
Yeah, I like big breasts.
Does your wife have big breasts?
She has normal size breasts.
C cups?
I don't know. I hear you talking about those. I don't follow those. Go how like the cups.
You're in bad shape. Do you like Sally Struthers too?
Oh, I did.
You
yeah.
did, right? Yeah, that's your type.
Oh my
like
God,
blonde
I
and
love
buxom.
Sally Struthers.
Not anymore though.
What?
Well,
What?
you don't like her anymore.
No, I don't like her with the flies around her.
Yeah, it's kind of a turn off.
So why don't you tell me about? Actually, let's start with something really simple. Like, how did you get discovered for the show?
I was the way I got discovered by Lorne Michaels for Saturday Night Live is I was doing stand-up, and so I knew Sandler and Spade from stand-up, and then they told their boss, Lorne, about me, and he kind of takes people's words for stuff. So then he called me, said, talk to me and stuff, and I said, yeah, man, I'd like to do that job.
And what was it like? Were you sort of? I mean, obviously, it's financially it was great. It's a good platform, but did you kind of buy? Like, were you into the myth of it? Like, did you love it when you were younger?
Yes, I grew up on it because I think I was 13 when the first show was on. And I remember seeing the first show because I think George Carlin was the host. So I was, and it was like the only two new things I remember when I was young was Letterman and Saturday Night Live. That was different than all the rest of the TV. Was all sort of old for old people, kind of corny. And so yeah, I wasn't, but I was just wanted to do stand up. It wasn't like I was aiming towards Saturday Night Live. And even when Lorne like called me, he said like, you got to do write 2 sketches, do 2 characters and 2 impressions. And then I said, I can't do any of that, you know. So I think he just liked me that I was stupid, and you know I was from Canada. I talked to him about being in Canada. I remember he had a show in Canada when I was a kid. The Hart and Lorne, Hart Pomerantz, and he were a comedy team. They did a show when I was a little boy, and I remember that because it was sort of like the precursor to Saturday Night Live. It was sort of super cool compared to Wayne and Schuster. So he liked that I remember that he liked that I liked that, and then I think he just got a kick out of the fact that I knew if I did anything in terms of trying to do a character or I would be dead. So I knew my best hope was just to say I couldn't.
So you didn't do anything for like what did you do for your audition?
Nothing. I didn't do an audition.
And so can you describe like what was your first day like on the show? Do you remember your first day?
My first day on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, working, not the first show, but the first day that you were...
The first day? Yeah. Yeah, I showed up, this happens a lot at Saturday Night Live. I showed up the first day and no one was there, and I just sat on a couch. Yeah.
What time did you show up?
Well, like 8 in the morning or something. I thought like that's when jobs started. I didn't know. So then no one was there forever, like, and finally people started like shambling in at 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and you know I was already finishing my day, and that's what I remember about the first day, just being all alone. But it was cool because I just went through everything, you know, rifled through people's stuff and looked at old tapes and went in Lorne's office and had a shower.
There was a shower there. So.
Yeah, Lorne has a shower in his office. I think only he and I have ever used it.
So what was the first sketch that you ever got on, or what was the first written material that you ever got on the show?
I wrote a sketch for the first show because Burt Reynolds had just was on Larry King Live and was kind of famous at the time that because he was in a contentious divorce with Lonnie Anderson, and he was wearing this crazy purple suit on Larry King Live, and he announced, I will, you know, Lonnie Anderson is lying, and I will get her on this show with you, Larry, and we'll both take truth serum. And I was like, truth serum? What? Is that even a real thing? So it was so funny. And then so I wrote a sketch where they both drank like from beakers of truth serum, you know. And Lorne did not care for it. It opened the show, you know. It was like a big hit at the table. what's his name did Burt Reynolds, Phil Hartman. It was Phil Hartman and Jan Hooks, and it just the next week Lauren like pointed to it as the example of what we should not be doing on the show. He said it was just he calls things Carol Burnettish, which is the ultimate insult. He said it was just the most Carol Burnettish type of sketch. But I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know. And he let me do it. It got all the way to the air. He chose it, and he put it on first. Not my fault.
Do you think, like, it's weird? I think people have a weird sense of what... Because it's like he's such a personality. I think people have a weird sense of, like, how much control he has. At the time when you were working there, like, what... Because it's like he didn't like that sketch, and yet it still was first. Like, how much control did he actually have in terms of the actual shaping of the show?
Absolute control. He had absolute control over everything the entire time I was there, and the entire time I ever remember him, except for one thing. I think in the history of the show, he didn't have control over when I did Weekend Update. That's the only thing that Lauren didn't have any control over.
And did it like... but at the same time, it's like it seems like the way that the show's worked, or what has made it work at different times, is that he's allowed different kinds of comedy to be on the show. So it's not like it's just going with his own taste, I guess, right? Like,
he's amazing that way, yeah. Like he's told me, I don't get that guy, but and he allows comedy that he even doesn't like to be on the show. And I remember being mad at him, going, "Come on, Lauren, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why is all this dancing and singing and shit? It's supposed to be, this is a comedy show." And then he's told me, and he goes, "No, it's not a comedy show. This is a variety show." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even know." I thought it was a comedy show. But he said, "I think if you could sing or dance, you'd think differently." And I was like, "Yeah, I guess he's right."
The show itself started with its beginnings were that it was doing something very different on TV. Did you feel a sense of like it had lost interest in pushing boundaries or something at the time you were there? Like,
at the time, yes, because I would always write sketches that would be rejected out of hand, and I would go, "Why? Controversial." And I was like, "Well, I thought that's what we did. I thought that's what Saturday Night Live was, But I was kind of living in the past. But then when we got Update, I went a little crazy. Because I had the freedom, and I engineered it all so that I got Downey, because I knew if I had Downey, I'd have a lot of power behind me.
Are you planning any tribute to Norm MacDonald? And can you tell us about how much he's impacted you and the staff and everything, just his legacy?
I think he meant the world to the people there. I can tell you from just the number of people I've heard from, the number of people that have gone and talked about Norm. All of us had... when you work with somebody for that many years and they make you laugh and you're aware of who they are as a person and as a friend, I think Norm was one of the funniest people I've ever known, and because he's Canadian, I'd put him right there up in the top 5.
I see OJ's in the news again this week. What about Norm's series of OJ jokes?
Oh, yeah. Now in this cancel culture and everything, I have to say, I no longer take that position with O.J. Simpson. He was found not guilty by a jury of his peers. I accept that. I see him as the greatest rusher in the... That's all he's guilty of to me, is the greatest rusher in the history of the NFL. Yep. Maybe I was the greatest rusher to judgment.
All that for that?
I've rethought O.J. Simpson, and I think now the only thing he's guilty of is being the best running back that ever lived.
Seriously?
Yes.
The best running...
And also, here's the problem with O.J. is that he went to prison for stealing his own sports memorabilia, and he got 35 consecutive life sentences, which is not good. And then that puts him very low on the pecking order. If you know anything about the pecking order in prison. And so he's in there, he's like, hey, I killed my wife, I killed a guy and a waiter and my wife. And they're like, nah, we still had the trial.
Yeah, he's doing hard time now for sure.
Yeah. And a guy who's guilty of double homicide, very high on the pecking order. The guy that stole his own jersey is very low.
Did you hear about Aaron Hernandez today? Got indicted for 2 more murders.
For 2 more murders?
Yeah, bringing the count to 3.
Good Lord, that's just murdering for murder's sake at that point.
Who do you think is worse, him or O.J. Simpson?
Well, O.J. Simpson, I think all he did was steal sports memorabilia. Now, Aaron Hernandez, who's worse? Well, I think the worst guy of all is Oscar Pistorius.
A video of him. Do we have that video? They can show it. He's on Twitter now.
Lamar Jackson, you're incredible. I mean, you got 4 games ago, you already got 1,000 yards. But 49ers, you have got nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah, OJ!
What? Was he taking a break from looking for the real killer? He's taking
I'll tell you, man. First of all, he just got into the All-Defensive Hall of Fame. I don't know if you...
Oh, the top 100.
Oh, offense.
Top 10.
Oh, good for him.
And, he's fantastic. He's paid his debt to society, and I think he's a hell of a guy.
Oh, I didn't know you knew his new PR guy.
There's Norm. If you tell him to do an OJ joke, he won't do that either.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. You're ahead of schedule.
Hey, you know, everybody's asking when we get to see the new pterodon.
Gordon's gonna be bringing it in any minute. What happened? Can you help him?
Claire, I'm sorry. I mean, he knew what he was doing. The pathways are all fried. Even if we could power him up, his internal memory is shot. He'd be an empty shell. He's gone.
Why you going high? Push me to the side. Let's keep going on and I ain't getting tired. Yeah, you try to crucify all the good inside. You go and call 911, but I...
Hi, I'm Norm MacDonald, and now the fake news. Our top story tonight. In an emotional press conference this week, Bob Dole announced that he was resigning from the U.S. Senate, where he had served for nearly 3 decades. Dole said he regretted leaving the Senate, but needed to focus all his energies on a goal many had once thought impossible: getting Bill Clinton reelected. Following his poor finish in the Iowa caucuses, Texas Senator Phil Gramm is withdrawn from the presidential race and will soon announce his full backing and support for first-place finisher Bob Dole. In response, Dole said, "I am screwed." Six of one, half dozen of another. During an interview 2 weeks ago, Bob Dole said to a reporter, quote, "Whoever wins in New Hampshire will probably be the Republican nominee." When approached by the reporter for a quote following his stunning loss Tuesday, Dole locked himself in his campaign bus and pretended to be asleep. Speaking in Florida earlier this week, Bob Dole launched his harshest attack yet on President Clinton, accusing him of a, quote, naked failure of leadership and moral confusion in the fight against drugs. In response, President Clinton said, "Everything you say is true, but hey, guess what? I'm still going to win." In less than 24 hours, the first presidential debate of the campaign will be underway. And today, both candidates were at Hartford's Bushnell Auditorium for some last-minute fine-tuning. President Clinton is still deciding which themes to emphasize in his opening remarks, while Bob Dole is deciding whether to pull the fire alarm or phone in a bomb threat. According to a new CNN poll, Republican candidate Bob Dole now trails President Clinton by 15 points. A Dole campaign spokesman says that despite these numbers, it is still possible for them to reach their ultimate goal, to lose by 7 points. Meanwhile, Bob Dole brought his struggling presidential campaign to New Jersey, vowing, in his words, to prove Yogi Berra was right when he said, "It ain't over till it's over." Reached for comment, Yogi Berra said, "It's over." This week, presidential candidate Bob Dole sent his top campaign aide to Dallas in an effort to convince Ross Perot to drop out of the race and endorse the Dole ticket. Emerging from the 2-hour meeting with Perot, the aide announced, "I'm voting for Ross Perot." At a campaign stop in Florida Thursday, a frustrated Bob Dole told a reporter, quote, "Something's wrong with America. I wonder sometimes what people are thinking about, if people are thinking at all." At which point the reporter said, "Can you repeat that? I was thinking about how I'm voting for Bill Clinton, and I missed that last part." Yesterday, in a dramatic finish to his White House bid, Bob Dole began a 96-hour, 15-state, non-stop campaign tour that will take him right through to Election Day. Political experts are calling the grueling marathon a, quote, last-ditch effort, while medical experts are calling it, quote, a suicide attempt. In an interview this week, Bob Dole said he is strong enough to handle the pain of losing the presidential election, although he did admit that the shock of winning would give him a giant heart attack. At a rally in California this week, Dole urged voters to ignore polls which have him trailing President Clinton by double digits. In addition, Dole asked them to ignore newspaper headlines next Wednesday that say, "Dole loses in landslide." Embattled House Speaker Newt Gingrich may finally have solved his financial troubles. On Thursday, Gingrich announced that former Senator Bob Dole has loaned him the $300,000 needed to pay his ethics committee fine. And today, more good news for Gingrich. Dole has already forgotten he loaned him the money. This week, after 50 hours of failed budget talks with Bill Clinton, a frustrated Bob Dole said, quote, "We ought to have a new president," and added, "and he should be a really, really old guy."
Yeah, I know, Art. You've had your fun now, Norm. You're out of work.
Well, I thought I'd just do a joke about you. I had a little
what
joke.
you've been doing, those, I've been missing a lot of them, but your fun's over, the election's over. Unless there's a recount, you're out of work.
Oh, no. Okay, well, I guess that's it. Maybe we can go have a beer or something. How'd that be?
You are with me.
All right. Bob Dole, everybody. Good night, folks. Hi, I'm Bob Dole. And pipe down, you damn hoodlums. Well, it's great to be here at Woodstock. As you know, Bob Dole is reaching out to the youth of America, and sitting here in the audience, I've had the privilege of meeting quite a few of you young people, and I learned something very important about the youth of America. I don't like you. A lot of you can go to hell. Well, regardless, I'm here to talk about the MTV Viewer's Choice Award. Pick up the phone and cast your vote for the best video. Remember, vote for Bob Dole in November. Bob Dole's the candidate who gives you free cigarettes. That's right, free cigarettes. There you go. There, smoke them if you got them, you damn dirty hippies. There, free cigarettes. Dole in 96. Peace out.
These broken pieces I hold in my hands don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world so unsteady and witness the heartache of many. But how long until we...
There's no chance of you running for president again?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, really? Because, it'd be good for me. Kind of help you keep you on the front pages,
Now, believe me, Norm, running for president doesn't always keep you in the front pages unless you, of course, take a dive off a podium.
Yeah, that did get a lot of coverage, didn't it?
Yeah, and thanks for noticing here on Saturday Night Live. I appreciate it.
I don't write a lot of this stuff.
How do you? Yeah.
The greatest offense of all. I didn't write it. Was it fun working with him? Was it exciting?
Oh yeah, because he's my hero. He's been my hero for a long time. You know, and you know, to meet your hero. Do you have a hero?
Norman Fell from Three's Company.
That's your hero?
Yeah. Mr. Roper. Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. Anyway.
What are you talking about? What?
I don't know.
Insane.
No.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you something about gay porn.
What?
Seriously.
It's fine.
That was a long one. Okay. No, I'll tell you something about gay porn. Seriously.
Okay.
That doesn't mean a guy's gay. I'm not saying that. Because a guy watches gay porn all the time.
Cut to a single. Just of Norm, really?
Gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. You know? Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it. No, I don't know.
I heard patriotic music playing behind that speech.
No, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to talk about Bob Dole. This guy's my hero.
First ruined my reputation, you know.
I'll
Just
tell you
in
something.
passing.
This guy is not gay. If anybody's not gay, it's this guy.
Oh, I'm so...
Seriously.
I am so totally straight. Oh, yeah.
No, you are.
I love the ladies.
No, he does. No, he likes girls. He likes girls.
Does this happen every time you try and talk about Bob Dole? You start talking about gay porn.
I don't know what that was. But listen, the Bob Dole, I love this guy. He's my hero. He's always been my hero for like the last 18 years since I was very young. And I always liked Bob Dole. And so it was an honor to... Now it sounds weird because I was talking about gay porn. But
I'm questioning your ability to continue here.
Yeah.
After but go ahead.
You know what he did? He gave me his Purple Heart. He has 2 Purple Hearts, you know. And so when we were doing it, he put a Purple Heart on my lapel because he had one on his lapel.
Oh,
so it was very moving,
that's
you know,
cool.
to have Bob Dole.
Were you going to say Michael Jackson again?
Yeah, Bob. Why do you have to point everything out? Nobody heard.
I ain't heard you. You heard me, right?
They're gonna
like you're just having a conversation and they're all like doing tax work or something.
Well,
they're sort of paying attention, you know.
There's a third of the audience that is doing other stuff, but for us...
He gave me a Purple Heart.
You're going to try and continue this joke? All right.
It's not a joke. It was a very moving thing. It was one of the most moving things that ever happened to me. I got a Purple Heart, and I was standing there with Bob Dole beside me in this Purple Heart, and, you know, it was just a very moving thing because... You know, I don't know. You don't have, you know.
That's cool. I would think that would be a moving thing.
Yeah, it was very moving because you think of how he got the Purple Heart, you know. And you know, he took it.
He's being serious now.
I'm being serious. It was a very moving thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool. All right.
I'm not very good with the stories about the moving things.
Did you ever work at the Comedy Store?
No, Mitzi didn't like me.
What?
She didn't care for me.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know about. I wanted to hear about that, your history with the store. I was there a few months ago and you popped in with Sebastian.
Yeah.
I think it was your first time on stage there since 1979 or something.
Mancow. What's his name?
It's Maniscalco.
That's it, you got it.
Yeah, Mancow. Sometimes he just goes by that by itself.
Yeah.
He interviewed me once. You were very respectful of the audience. And you don't fuck around. You know? You entertain the audience.
I do, sir.
And some people, some comics seem to have no regard for that.
That's their prerogative.
Right. Mr. Dangerfield, what I liked about him, and it was kind of a throwback to Benny and Hope and all those guys, is he had the greatest jokes.
Yeah.
But he not only had the greatest jokes, he talked funny, and he looked funny, and he moved funny. Now, thought must have been behind every one of those actions, you know? And did you ever think of doing that? Did that ever occur to you to physicalize? I think the only guy I can think of is Brian Regan off the top of my head that has great jokes and a funny voice and
Sebastian Mancow.
Sure.
Also has some wonderful physicality.
Yeah.
I think he's maybe one of the best physical comedians I've ever seen.
Is that right?
That's also a great stand-up. There were guys like Charlie Callis who they would sell the joke with, and they would do funny physical things, but the act really wasn't much.
No.
So now you have a guy who can move funny and has great stuff. That's a powerhouse.
Yeah. And have you ever considered publishing a book that tells all that how-to book?
No, but I have considered some way to pass along what I have accumulated. I don't really know how to do it. Do you have any ideas?
Well, perhaps you could executive produce a show with Sebastian Mancow as the star.
I could do that. Yeah.
And
Well, what fun is that, though? Where's the fun part for me?
No, there's no fun for you.
There's no fun for me.
No, that's true. But what's the fun for you in giving a homeless guy spraying a handful of quarters and watching him dodge in and out of traffic? No, but I'm saying there's...
That question answers itself.
Well, this is not a movie, but you asked me what I like to... every morning I watch the British Office.
Oh, British Office is great.
Do you like the American version too, or
maybe if I hadn't seen the British one?
That's the trouble. It's like the full Monty. It's so smart and funny, and then we have a tendency to junk it up, dumb it down.
Yeah, but see, for me, there's a couple differences. One, I mean, Steve Carell, I think, is great. He's fun. His character is just interesting, and the whole fact that it's like in middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, is funny to me for some reason. And then the other character, I mean, the whole thing between the receptionist and the other guy, Jim, is interesting. And the guy who, for me, makes the show even more than Steve Carell is what's his name, who was in 6 Feet Under, who plays the weird guy.
Oh, yeah.
But have you seen the British Office?
Yeah, I have. I think it's the same concept, just a different show.
I think here's the fundamental difference. I think that doesn't make the American one work.
Where do you see that?
It's on BBC America.
Faulty Towers is on there. All these great things. Yeah.
But in the British Office, the idea was that a documentary crew came to this paper company, and the David Brent, the boss, had illusions that he was a entertainer.
He was a star, right?
And so he was giddy when this and he was trying to use it to showcase his talents.
Right.
In the American Office, that's not true. Steve Carell is not funny. You know,
but
I mean, he's funny.
He thinks he's hilarious, and he thinks he's like everybody loves him, and he's this great cut up in the office.
But the difference is that Ricky Gervais actually is funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you're watching the British Office, you're going, well, I would be laughing at Ricky Gervais, you know, even though nobody else is.
Right, you'd just be annoyed by, like, the Steve Carell guy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
All right, thanks, David.
Do we want to get into it? Is this interesting, or is it just boring?
It's very interesting. People love The Office.
Sure.
You know my favorite moment in The Office is?
Yeah.
When David Brent says Gareth, has cars and does karate, and then does them in opposite.
Yeah.
He says, talk about it, and he starts talking about his karate, and he does the car, and then he has to change.
I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go. I'm scared of letting go. I'm scared of letting go of everything, and I'm scared of letting go.
Now, in The Office, you do a joke about George Michael's in the first Office.
I don't remember the specifics of that joke. I'd like to apologise to George Michael.
Oh yeah, in the bathroom, and then
he's a wonderful musician.
Yeah, what's his latest release?
It's running down the wall of the bathroom.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a crazy
like, you
time
know,
we
you're a
live in.
cis male. Do you know that?
I'm a what?
A cis male.
Cis male?
You know what that is? A cis
No.
male? You know?
I've never heard that.
A cis male is a person who was born male, but identifies as male.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
That's
It used to be called a male.
So now you're a
Now it's
cis
called
male.
a cis male. It's just an effort to marginalize you, the 99.99%.
I don't want to be marginalized.
I was just in a club and I was talking about transgender, and I said, I remember when Bruce Jenner, when he won the decathlon, someone said, she. So I had to go, oh yeah, she won the decathlon.
Oh, I see. But when he was a he when he ran the decathlon?
No, he was always a she.
Oh, he was always a she. Oh, I
So
see.
a woman won the decathlon in 1976.
Right.
Without any of us.
I'm ashamed to say that I'm very confused by that. In terms of sort of what one should say. I don't want to cause offense, but I don't feel like was there a memo that went round just to explain exactly what we should say? And because I know now there's also the idea that we remove gender at all, right? So there's no him and her, she and he. It becomes.
But then,
what do we say?
But then, if you say, "Well, I always thought I was a woman," you know, well, then what does that mean? If there's no difference between the genders,
right?
Well, how did you?
Right.
How do you feel if you had a cock and balls, right? And that would push you towards maybe you're a guy.
Right.
So then it has to all be inside. I felt I was a woman.
Right.
You know. And so what does that mean if there's no gender, if there's no difference?
Yeah.
You know that you are a cis male. Have you ever heard of that term?
A cis male?
Cis male. C-Y-S-M-A-L-E. So what it means is that you are a man. You're born a man.
Well, as far as you know.
As far as I know. And you identify yourself as a man.
Yes.
That's a cis male.
Now, I don't understand. Where does that... Is this a new phrase?
Yes, it's a way of marginalizing a normal person. So you're a cis male.
What does a cis male mean?
This other person's a trans. So you're equal. She's a man that thinks she's a woman. You're a man that thinks you're a man. It's completely
so everyone's...
equal.
It's all fluid.
Yes, everyone is self-identifying.
Yes. And I'm all for that. I think what I felt was I suddenly felt like I was causing offence unwittingly by simply not knowing what the terminology is now. Yeah. You know, I feel like I'm a bit behind the curve on this. Well, and I wonder if we could have, like, there could be a lecture. Maybe you could do an informative podcast.
I'd love to have a member of the
explains...
LGBTQXT. But anyways, we're not here to talk about this. You know what I mean? Because people are going to start filling up your Twitter feed with...
Yeah, I feel like I'm already in trouble.
You're still
I feel like there's definitely things I've said already that I wish I could take back. And I don't know what they are, I just know they're out there.
Yeah, you're not... I am firmly on the side of womanhood now, but I am not a woman, nor will I ever be. 3 sentences later, I use the women's restroom because I am a woman. I changed my gender on my birth certificate to female because I am a woman. So there's a little confusion there, right?
Not for me. What's wrong? Norm, I'm sleeping with your wife.
You son of a bitch, motherfucker! Huh? You sleep with my fucking wife? You son of a bitch cocksucker! You're my best fucking friend, Adam! God damn you, motherfucker! I'll fucking kill you! You sleep with, that's what you were doing on fucking Friday night, were you, huh? You fucking bastard! You see Okay, I apologize. We had some technical difficulties. Got a little carried away. I gotta apologize. I feel partially responsible. So
what was that? You don't even have a wife. You don't even have a wife.
That's true. I never was the marrying kind. Okay, we're ready to pull the classic vodka and funnel prank.
Yeah, you swallow that, you fucker. You drink that down. You don't fucking spit that out. Yeah, you like it, you fucker. Drink it. Fucking swallow that fucking... Fuck? What the fuck is?
Adam Egat.
Yeah.
Would you come in, please?
What's up? How'd it go?
I just wanted to compliment you. Yes, you have a very nice tie. And I like your shirt. Louisville Slugger. Oh, God. You see, I care enough to use a brand name. That's right, Dandy. Why don't you just say Brand X, you bum? It's called authenticity. Right, you're not worth a bent penny, you damn drunkard.
Just gotta do something, though.
Okay. What? You have like somewhere to be? Or?
No, I just gotta do something.
Oh, no! Oh, good Christ almighty! That is a lot of pain! Oh, God, you're kicking me in the belly! Why? Oh, please stop! Okay, fair enough. Just don't kick me in the face.
Some fellas are blessed. Adam Egat, where have you been? Turns out, in a jiffy, the wig came off. He could have, by the way, why the hell did it take you so long? I had to talk to Gala for 10 minutes. You get...
I was at a party with a friend, and so I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town, seductively.
Fucking suck that venom. Yeah, you fucking suck that fucking venom. Yeah, you want to spit it out? You got a fucking mouth load. Ah, fucking shoot it out of your face, you fucking cunt. You fucking whore. Ah!
Oh, thanks, dude. I didn't get any of that in my mouth.
Yeah, no problem, man. We'll be back with Simon Helber. You fucking sit down.
Okay, I'm gonna try this.
Do you like hot sauce?
Oh, I hate it. But you know, you gotta try new things in life.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you're right.
Whoa! Son of a gun, that's hotter than a $2 pistol. Man alive.
Well, welcome to Phoenix. How long
thanks,
have you
man.
been in town?
I got in yesterday and I burned myself all over.
We said, what were you doing?
I know, it's hotter than a $2 pistol in this town.
You see your little peeling a little bit on the nose?
Yeah.
So you don't come here often in the summer, is that what you're saying?
No.
Yeah, it's a good plan not to come in the summer.
And
it's nice every other
People leave
month.
in the summer, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They scurry out.
Spent a lot of time in Southern California, San Diego.
Are you drunk? Because all you did was ride a cooler and you're sweating.
I am. Well, it's hot it's hotter than a $2 pistol
Well, he's got like
in here.
12 layers on,
Yeah,
I think.
I thought it was going to be really cold.
Well, you're from Canada. This should be springtime for you.
No, I know I'm from Canada, but you know I'm still a human being. Like it's not like we evolved differently. Yeah, no, I'm from the frozen north.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets colder than It gets colder than a...
Oh, here it comes. Get your finger on the panic button.
No, it gets colder than a vampire's demeanor.
Okay, that's better. Wow. Surprisingly cerebral.
Why you going high? Push me to the side. Just keep going on and I ain't getting tired. Yeah, you try to crucify all the good inside. You go and call 911, but I already died. Yeah, worry about it. Say now, what you say?
You said this is the coldest you've ever been. You're Canadian, so are you okay with this?
I've been colder than this. I've been colder than a vampire's...
Go on.
That's like
We're
an
waiting.
8 a.m. joke.
We can do it at 7:19. The stage is yours.
By the way, you know that guy, who's that guy with the cowboy hat that defends everybody? Jerry Spence?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this guy, Jerry Spence, apparently is this big defense attorney. He wears a buckskin coat and an old cowboy hat.
Yeah.
And that goes well. The jury's like that.
Yeah. That guy's a standout.
Yeah, so you want to get that guy. So anyways, apparently at the end of every trial, you know, the guy, his client's always clearly guilty. You know? And then this guy, this is his final statement. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, he goes, I'd like to tell you a story about a young, foolish boy who had a bird. And he came up to a wise old man. He said, in my hand, I may or may not have a bird. No, and in my hand, I have a bird. If you say A, I will crush the bird, or perhaps I'll set him free. If you say B, I will crush the bird, or else I will set him free. It is up to you, old man, wise old man. You just say A or B, and we'll see what happens with the bird. The wise old man said, son, the bird is in your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, the bird is in your hand. Thank you. 2 minutes later, not guilty! Every time. That's all they remember. They don't remember any of the evidence. They're like, that bird story makes a good point there, you know. We can't risk killing a bird. So anyways.
I sometimes tell a story in very special cases about an old man and a smart-aleck boy and a bird. And this is a very special case. And I want to leave you with this story because it's an important story. It's a story about a smart-aleck boy who wanted to show off an old man and to make a fool out of an old man. And the smart-aleck boy had a plan as to how he was going to make a fool out of the old man. He'd found a bird out in the wilderness, a little bird that he brought to he had in his hand. And his plan was to go up to the old man and say to the old man, old man, what do I have in my hand? And the wise old man would say, you have a bird, my son. And then the smart-aleck boy's plan was to say, but wise old man, is the bird alive or is it dead? And if the old man said the bird is dead, then the smart-aleck boy would open his hands and the bird would fly off free into the forest and into the woods. But if the old man said the bird is alive, then the smart-aleck boy figured that he would crush it and crush it until all of the life was out of the bird and it was dead. He would open his hands and say, see, wise old man, the bird is dead. And so the smart-aleck boy went to the old man and he said, old man, what do I have in my hands? And the old man said, you have a bird, my son. He said, old man, is the bird alive or is it dead? And the old man said, the bird is in your hands, my son. And so, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I give you and place into your hands the history of this country and the case of Lee Harvey Oswald. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Spence. Mr. Bullios.
The last time I saw him was at the Comedy Store.
and he was uncharacteristically emotional.
Yeah.
Like when we parted company, he was. And there's a picture of me and him and like the back of Chris Rock said, I put it in my special. That picture that's in the end of the closer was the last time that I saw him. Wow. And he stood there. He came up, he stood behind me. I looked, he said, hey, he looked up, and I realized he was posing for the picture in hindsight. Like a gift.
That's nice.
It was a very fitting goodbye.
The biped joke will go down in history as the most obscure.
Who did you meet having coffee?
Toady Field's daughter.
Holy Lord.
How about that?
Oh, my God.
I was excited. You have no idea who that is.
No. And is she a biped or? I don't know which side of the family she takes after. You know what
That's a great joke that only I get.
The big news is Oscar Pistorius.
Yeah, huge news.
And I don't like him, don't care for him, never did.
Really? You don't like Oscar Pistorius even before he... What are you doing?
I have something in my tooth.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't like him.
You're saying, I mean, a lot of people don't like him now that he
a lot of
murdered
people,
somebody, but allegedly.
But also, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have problems with the murder.
Right.
But I never liked him racing with them things that look like something Wile E. Coyote would order. And
what?
Well, they
you had a problem with him racing with his blades. His blades. He was the Blade Runner.
Yes, he
Those
was.
Teflon blades.
I did have a big problem with it.
My favorite story of all time is Pistorius.
Oh, yes.
The runner.
Tell who Pistorius is.
Well, you know who Pistorius is.
No, but for the viewers that don't know.
Pistorius doesn't know.
Well, the viewers that don't know.
South African gentleman.
Well, some viewers don't know. Well, he should tell it to some of the viewers who don't know who Pistorius is.
He's an Olympic runner who ran with blades. Everyone knows who he is.
Well, I wouldn't say ran with blades.
I didn't ask you what you would say right now. You're off the drive.
Let's imagine you're a runner, with legs.
Yeah.
And then you go home, you go, oh, I lost, honey. Who'd you lose to? Guy with no legs.
Wait, you're saying that you didn't like that Oscar Pistorius raced against people with legs?
No, I don't. I feel that one of the basic requirements of being a sprinter is having legs. I feel that they should say, okay, listen, let's, hey, what about you? I don't think you can be on the team. Why not? Well, you're not a biped. You have no legs, so scram.
Okay.
You take your time as long as you want. But get the hell out of here.
No one's going with you on this. Nobody is with you on this at all.
Except the feller at home that's like, that son of a bitch I lost my race to that got no legs.
Are you saying he had an unfair advantage because he had these?
Well, of course. He had rocket ships.
They're not rocket ships.
Okay.
Andy, help me out here.
No, it's still him running.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Well, guys, I agree with you then. Oscar Pistorius is a scholar and a gentleman.
All right.
He's a murderer.
They turned it around on us.
Alleged murderer. And I remember he did, I think it was one of his later appearances on our show. He went after Oscar Pistorius, who's...
Yeah, the Blade Runner.
Convicted of murder. And he was the one who famously had, blades. He was born, I guess, without legs and had blades instead, and was this great Olympic athlete. And he went after him, and his joke was something along the lines of, I have no problem with him as a murderer.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the murder.
But the murder, it's you should use your real legs if you're going to be. And it's you think about it, everything about that joke is completely wrong, and especially in this era that we're in, completely unacceptable. But it was Norm, and Norm would dig into it with this. And I know the guy to be extremely sensitive, and to be very kind,
like almost too sensitive in many ways.
Yeah, and yet he wasn't having any of this. Well, you got to be careful here, or that joke that could really hurt people's feelings.
Yeah.
That could. I think made some kind of deal with himself early on that across the board he was not going to care.
Yeah.
About
Nobody's
that.
going to tell me what to say.
Yeah, no one's going to tell me what to say. And I think,
his line was, one of the basic requirements of being a sprinter is you have to have legs.
Right.